I'm from Richmond, BC. I'm your health and beauty social media queen.
Hi guys, I'm Chef Fred. I live in North Vancouver, BC, and I'm a health enthusiast.
Hi everyone, my name is John and I'm in Vancouver and I'm a work from home dad to 2 great kids and married to a wonderful wife.
Hi, my name is Cyrene. I live in Vancouver and my passion is health and beauty.
Everyone, thank you for joining us for our last episode in the gardening series. So today we're going to be talking about harvesting. I'm Fatima.
I'm Fred.
John.
I am Cyrene.
Excellent. So, we've gone through the whole cycle of gardening, from preparing your land to planting it to taking care of your fruits or your vegetables or your flowers. And now it comes time to harvest, to actually enjoy it. So we're bringing the outside in. Before we actually get into it, we did touch base earlier as to why we get into the gardening, but what's another reason? Are there any health benefits as to why one should be gardening?
First of all, it depends what kind of gardening people do, but in our case, we love to stay away from anything that's chemicals, anything that's man-made. So we use organic. We use organic techniques to grow our own vegetables and fruit and flowers. So they are more nutritious, and a good reason to garden is that when you're ready to eat your tomato or your zucchini or your green beans, then you go pick them up, and they are ripening right on the stem, so they're rich in nutrients. They taste really good, like a strawberries from your garden compared to a strawberry that comes as far as New Zealand. The taste is so different, right? And you can feel that you can taste the nutrients almost because they're so powerful. Mm-hmm. They pick the vegetable and the fruit when they are unripe, so they don't have the time to get all the nutrients that they're supposed to get. Mm-hmm. Before they get to your table.
Yeah. Also, it's a good way to understand where your food's coming from, right? So, a lot of times, we just go and buy the food, but we don't understand, how you can actually. It's actually fairly easy to grow your own fruits and vegetables at home. You may not get everything, but you can get enough so that you can kind of support your meals, right? So if you can grow half your vegetables, I mean, that's more than, that's a lot. And you can always share it too. Like my neighbor next to me, he's got a huge garden in his backyard, and I've been giving him some of my stuff, and he always offers his stuff as well. So it's not always just you can share it as well. But the one thing that I've enjoyed also is my kids are understanding what it takes to grow food. For them, they understand where it's coming from, how long it takes, what they need to do to actually create something that they can actually eat. Because growing something may not also be edible, right? So getting to the point where it actually is ready to eat and harvest, I think they have more appreciative aspect of not wasting food, first of all, and then also them themselves nurturing their own little plot that we give them helps them understand the value of who's making it, mm-hmm. the value of it, and then also how nutritious it is, because they're the ones putting in the fertilizer. They're the ones that are, making sure that the tomato are growing. So what do you have to do? What do you have to put on it? The maintenance we talked about, all that stuff that comes with it. It's I think it's good. It's a good skill.
It is. And do you find that your kids eat more vegetable when they come from the garden? You find that
actually they were pretty good. They since they were like little, they've always ate a lot of vegetables, but now they actually, my daughter is actually wanting to become vegetarian, so she eats very little meat.
Nice.
Vegan is, I don't know, vegan is a little bit different, but she's cooking herself now. She part of this time learning from home, her school, she has to cook a meal for the family, I think at least once a week, maybe sometimes twice a week. So she did a vegetarian chili just on, what's it today? She did it on Friday, and it was delicious. but she did it herself, and we used I think we used all organic ingredients. So, you know, she's learning. I mean, it's a good skill, and that brings you into your adulthood, because if you garden when you're little, more likely you're going to garden when you're older too.
Definitely. Yeah.
So when I went to gluten-free, dairy-free, because my body was inflamed, I needed to go on a healthier journey. So I went more towards organic vegetables, fruits, and anything that I could get my hands on that I knew that would feed my cells, like would be healthier. So, but then I realized how long it took for vegetables and other like avocado or tomatoes or cucumbers, it would take to get to, well, I like to shop at Whole Foods now and then. And I found that once it's lacking the nutrients. And then when I take it home and try to cook it, I'm lacking more nutrients. So starting gardening, like I'm really excited about it because like you said, John, you know exactly what you're using as far as fertilizing the soil. You know exactly how fresh it will be. And like Fred said, you know, it's going to taste sweeter. And I'm so excited about that because I don't want to question everything that I eat, you know, and making it fresh from my garden. We cook with love. So we want to grow it with love too. So I'm really excited about my new journey gardening. I'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah.
Yes, we're definitely looking forward to your journey, and you know, you will be seeing our post, our individual gardens, you know, like the work that we have been doing, because I know we've all been working on our garden this summer, so you'll definitely get to see our befores and afters. Maybe Chef Red's won't be so different with his before and after, but I know definitely mine will be, Cyrene's will be, John's will be, to a certain extent. And so for me, gardening has become, it's very therapeutic. It's a way for me to get like vitamin D naturally. You know, being so fair, like I'm always told that I look like a ghost at times, or, you know, but so I get some color, but it also gives me the opportunity to really be grateful for what I have around me, because you know, it just, being in Mother Nature, in your garden, and you know, your hands in the soil, it just really grounds you, and it just brings you back to earth, I find. And so that's what gardening does, you know, for me. And it's definitely been therapeutic. And you know, I haven't had much of the vegetable garden yet, so I've just been working on cleaning up my garden and planting the flowers, but I've got the vegetables ready to go. I've picked up a few vegetables that I need to transfer over. So that's going to be exciting, watching those grow and actually being able to eat them. So I'm looking forward to that. Now we get to the fun part, the harvesting. So when we're looking at harvesting, are there certain seasons that we need to harvest our food or even our flowers?
Well, when August comes, towards the end of August and throughout September, is when our garden starts to give, but it gives us a lot, all at the same time. And it's all about figure out before that what you want to do when the harvest comes. What are you going to do with all the zucchinis that you're going to get? Because I'm not kidding, zucchinis grow like, if you put a camera on it, it grows by the second. It can be, I go to bed, it's like this. I wake up in the morning and it's like that.
Wow.
It is beautiful to watch, but it's crazy. But you end up with zucchini galore. So what do you want to do with it? You know, in my case, I grate them and I freeze them grated. You know, like you can freeze, you can pickle different things. You can mason jars others. It's about knowing what you want to do with them. Otherwise, you will be overwhelmed by having, I don't know, like 10 pounds of green beans today. What are you going to do with 10 pounds of green beans? You know?
Yeah, knowing what you know, the reason we garden is because we want to have a good harvest, right? And we want to be able to use all the we put a lot of effort into it throughout the months prior to it, or even years before that, and we want to make sure that we're able to use it, because we don't want to waste food as well. So like Fred said, when you're leading up to the days where, you know, tomatoes going to be fully, you know, your abundance of tomatoes are going to be in July, and then zucchinis in August, and then, you know, your squashes or lettuce is going to be in the September. Well, you know, you can time it, because there's times where we literally come in with probably 10 pounds of cherry tomatoes, like off of our bushes, and we don't have anything to do with them. So we have to make spaghetti sauce, we make salads, but, you know, share them, you know, pass them to your family, you know, give them away. There's people that can probably really use them and be appreciative of them.
Yeah.
And like us, we're going to share, like we already talked about, whatever Fred has, whatever we have, whatever Siamese though, first though zucchini, we're gonna chop it into 4 pieces, right? So yeah, it's gonna be, and that I think that's part of gardening, is to be able to share, right? Because that's, I think about in the past, gardening and farming is you grow things that you definitely can't eat all of it, and you trade and you share, and
Yeah.
and you meet friends and neighbors doing that. So I think that's part of that fun factor.
Yeah, so we started doing that here as well on my street.
Mm-hmm.
He grows cucumber. She grows zucchinis. I grow something else, and when they all come, we just trade it.
The swap.
Great. It's a good idea.
That's actually, I love that. Like, I mean, it's very organic, it's very real, and it builds a relationship, you know, like that's a lasting relationship. And I think that's one thing that I know that I miss in my neighborhood. We don't have that unity. We don't have that, you know, like collaboration. And, you know, it's just like there's a few of us that were here right from the beginning, but as we grew up, like you could see that there was like a division. So we sort of didn't really, you know, have that connection. Like, of course, the one, two, three, the 4 of us that are original to this neighborhood, yeah, we still talk, but we never actually shared any gifts like that.
You can also share flowers too, Fatima.
Yeah, but you know, like our neighborhood's weird in that sense. I mean, I do share flowers with like a lot of people. Like I've shared, like I've given, you know, Linda like a lot of calla lilies. She planted them in her townhouse, and then she's now planted them in her house. You know, like the calla lilies I've definitely shared, and then I bring them inside a lot of times. So you'll start seeing my different bouquets that I put inside, because I love having flowers in the house. I just find it's very fresh, and it adds color, and it just changed the whole atmosphere of the house.
It brings us very happy. It brings us joy too.
Yeah, so you'll see, like, I mean, that's what I do. I definitely bring a lot of flowers in, so you will be seeing different arrangements that I do.
Yeah, I think it's just a nice gesture. I mean, if you had a lot excess, you know, you're going to grow a lot more than your family can going to eat. So, you know, that's a great way to meet your neighbors, you know, drop off, knock on the door, and just say, hey, you know, I got a couple pounds of, you know, carrots or something that I have extra, you know, can you use it? And I think that goes far when someone knows that you actually grew it.
Yeah.
Right? When you grew it and they know that you spent a lot of time doing it, it's going to be better than a neighborly thing to do, right? And
yeah.
That,
and I think that also some neighborhoods, they do, you know, they're all about that. And like, if I look at one of my friends' neighborhood, they're all about that.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter from where they are, they all will you know, like change things. And it's really cool to see that.
Yeah. And it's cool to see what people grow. I mean, like colors, like you put it all on the table and it's like, wow, like you were able to grow this. It's like purple potatoes, or, you know, like radishes and stuff. Like most of my stuff is green that comes off the tree, but I'm amazed when people bring like the really colorful things.
Yeah.
You know what, if that was the case, I would love to be with my neighbors as opposed to going to the stores and buy them.
Just trade.
I feel like there's such a clarity, and I feel more comfortable eating organic and something that's nurturing for my body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of times, like anytime we are eating from the store, well, we're not getting the nutrients that we would have, say, even 20 years back. We're not getting the nutrients. But if you're actually planting it yourself, you know you're getting a lot more nutrients than if you're buying it from the store.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
because you grow it with care, and your main purpose is not to have the perfect vegetable, it's to have something that's healthier to eat.
Yeah.
And the growers, they grow their food to have the perfect vegetable. They couldn't care less about how much nutrients there is, right?
And plus it gets shipped from so far all around the world. So how, it is nutritious in some degree, but how much, right? So by the time it's a week ago, imagine if something was picked a week ago and it gets to the store and then you buy it. Imagine you let that 1 week go in your own garden and let that product, the produce actually ripen and get everything, let it mature at your own pace than
Right.
grabbing something that was green.
I have strawberries, and when I eat the strawberries that I grow in my backyard, they taste so wonderful. And also, it's about the knowledge that I know there's no chemicals on them,
Yeah.
because the strawberries are the most the berries with the most the fruit with the most pesticides on them.
Mhm.
And it's pesticide free. You're not adding any chemicals to your body.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you grow blueberries as well,
Yeah.
you guys?
Very little. We have one bush in the back, but it's not doing too well because we haven't been maintaining it.
Now, does that grow quite quickly then as well?
I don't know.
I find them very slow growers, and my blueberries, they don't grow very fast.
Yeah.
And but this year the birds ate them all.
Yeah.
They're not even ripe, but they ate them all.
Yeah, see, blueberries, I don't think I'd ever grow because one of my best friends, they've got a blueberry farm, so I definitely, I'm not gonna put that in my ground because I know I can just drive over to her farm and pick them up.
I think we have ours just for fun. Like we just had it. So I think someone gave it to us and we still have it in the pot, but it probably every year gives us like a handful of blueberries and that's about it. But it's just knowing that we have one. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's cool.
But we don't bank on having like
Blueberry pie.
Maybe a blueberry smoothie and that's about it.
And so how do you harvest that, Fred? Like, is it something that will last you all year round, or?
Well, they ripen at different times. So every morning I would go to the garden and I would have one, maybe 2, 3 blueberries that are ready to eat, and I would eat them right away. They never made it to the kitchen.
That's like our strawberries.
Needed the strawberry, needed the raspberries.
Yeah. But it's neat.
Like just eating, just eating right there and there.
There's many times we go out there and we're picking our yellow cherry tomatoes and my daughter's like, oh, how's they taste? I go, just eat it. Because I'm not worried about pesticides or sprays or anything I put on it. Just eat it. Just rub it and eat it. And
yeah.
It's so sweet, right? And they're like literally like grapes.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with them just eating it. I just go out there and grab your own and just have fun.
That would be a lot of fun, just picking at your food and, I can't wait to grow mine.
Well, I'm excited this year because Nancy bought a different organic tomato plant, but when it does grow, it's zebra. So it's red and black stripes. It's called a zebra. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's gonna look like a zebra. It's red and black, like it's some of those heirloom brands. It's gonna be so cool. So I'm waiting for that. That's my I'm gonna take care of that one this year. Because I want to see that come out. Because we thought, if we're gonna make a salad, like if you think about what a salad is, really it's a lot of greens, right? Everything is green. So the only color you injected it are peppers, tomatoes, slices of eggplant, a growed eggplant or something like that. But or the berries themselves, but tomatoes, they come in more colors than red. Yeah, they're going to be like one of those. They're like that dark greeny black color.
So you got the heirloom tomato.
Heirlooms, yeah, but I think they're shaped more like Romas. And
Okay.
I forgot what they're called, but we bought one, and it's like bought it at the organic market or the farmer's market. We planted it into our garden, and hopefully it's gonna produce some this year. And so it's gonna give color into, like, imagine having like purple tomatoes in your salad. Like, it just looks delicious, right? And the taste
Or
will be
purple carrots.
purple carrots, purple potatoes. You know, anything purple is good. Purple yams.
Mm.
Yeah.
And like, you know, when you are eating, you want to have a very colorful palette, because that's where your nutrients are coming from. Like if you're just having one color all the time, you're not getting all the nutrients that you need. So you always want to make sure it's a colorful palette. And then that, therefore, like if you're growing different colors, you're going to yield different colors on your plate. So it sort of is a circle of life. It all comes together.
Yeah, that's right.
Any last comments that any of you guys would like to make in terms of harvesting?
Well, harvesting is the best time of the year, and I love it. I love to go to the garden in the morning. I go there with a pole, and I pick it up, and then we decide we're gonna eat it afterwards.
Mhm.
And that lasts for a good 45 days or so. You know, I love it.
Yeah, just, you know, take the time to put some effort into, and some knowledge, like educate, learn how to do the best you can so that you have a great chance of producing some of these things over time. It might take you a season to kind of get used to it, but gardening is very easy, very fast to pick up, right? And concentrate on just a few things. Like don't overwhelm yourself with like trying to grow 20 different things. Do maybe 2 or 3, maybe no more than 5 things, and then the next year try a different thing, because you don't want to grow the same things every year anyways, right? And you gotta rotate. So just experiment, and it's fun. I mean, just get out there and just enjoy yourself. It's just another hobby, but it's a great one to get your it's not just exercise, but it's something that you're going to grow, you're going to eat as well. So there's 2 benefits to that.
Well, you guys have given me some great tips and lots of things to think about. And I'm really excited to start my tomatoes, planting my tomatoes and my peppermints and my cucumbers and my cilantro and my peppers.
Here's your salad right there, right?
I can't wait to just dig in there.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to actually starting my vegetable plant. I've got a few things already growing, but I need to actually replant them. They're still in their original planters that they came in. But yeah, just basically have fun with it and get your hands dirty and get into it. Just have fun. And then of course, when you are able to eat it, you'll appreciate it that much more. So the first step is start and have fun with it. And on that note, we're gonna end. But if you haven't had a chance to actually read this book, well, you're not going to be able to because they're sold out. But you can actually pick up the ebook on our website. If you go to our website, thehealthyvibes.com, you will see a link for the ebook. Make sure you do pick that up. It is a great read. And stay tuned for our next series that we will be doing. We haven't decided on the series, but if you stay tuned, on Thursdays, we do have a regular conversation. And you just want to stay tuned into our Facebook page, The Healthy Wave Vibes, as to what's happening. And we will see you the next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.